Great play! Request backup! Always ready. An ally has slain Lord! You have been slain. the whole world green and lively. Way too hot to handle, got the lethal.
Again, Wolf as well as Gideon. This draft so far, game 1 and game 2, it is very interesting. So now, hopefully our casters are ready because Trex as well as Gotti, it's game 2, Team Spirit against Yangon Galacticos.
Here we go. Team Spirit taking game number 1. Can YG regulate the score? This is Trex. Join with me as Gani as we jump into the land of Dawn. Now, Gani, last game we saw YG do very well at controlling the early game pace, and then they just fell apart around second turtle. For me personally, I think they need to kind of do the same thing once again. They need to try to disrupt this joy. They need to look for camp steals. They have the ability to do that. But Team Spirit already looks like they might not want to let them. They have this Khalid, and look how aggressive Sawo is.
Oh, already, again, blink on this Hilda, right? So, yeah, game 1, I agree. It was them. Let's see if
to just maintain that level of intensity, proactiveness, but keep in mind, all right, a Spirit's mid-game is not too shabby as well, you know, mid-game power spike. So they got to keep in mind, it feels like Blink, again, is just poked. It's just both roamers poking at each other, and also both mid laners here trying to poke, at least Sunset Lovers dealing a healthy damage. Han is there as well, trying to provide damage, but you can see here from the talents here, it's that Freya Master Assassin, right? So again, the 1v1s here, especially laning phase, Sitch, you gotta back up. I mean, to back up.
He does have the one thing, the casters or the panel was talking about how well the CC is going to do into the Freya. I do feel like in terms of gold lane, it shouldn't do a horrible job because of the ability to kite and get out of those dashes. But spacing is crucial. You take one step too far, you get caught in a knock-up, and Freya's on you. Look at Hiko right now with the double tower lane cut, and this is what Team Spirit does so well, and this is going to give Hiko the advantage to find the angle, find the flank, come in an unexpected way, and look how quickly all 5 of them are ready for this turtle, essentially.
Yeah. Kid Bomba is already 4, so it will be a 5-men first turtle for Spirit. That's going to be Phantom Seed by Han. That's one shot, providing, zoning away, providing damage as well. Hiko jumps in. That's going to be Han, though. Not able to steal. Sunset Lover finds the kill. Sitch is in the area, but that's going to be a kill and a turtle for Spirit.
Man, Hiko did such a good job at bouncing back. One shot comes in. They're able to zone Yangon away piece by piece. They never fully commit all members, but one of them just continuously keeps Han stuck into his own jungle, never getting the chance to enter into the turtle pit. And this is Team Spirit, I mean, just now at this point, controlling, pacing. Yangon Galacticos, when is the time that they can actually pop off?
Steed popped, committed. Sunset Lover, peculiar position. That's going to be Han, bursts it down. Now, without their jungler, Sunset Lover trying to survive, flicker all over the place. But that's against Kid Bomba finds the angle and takes the double.
And we all knew that was coming. Kid Bomba sitting there on the other side of the wall. Ying might be in a little bit of trouble here.
Still able to survive, but that's just 2K gold already in hand. 3 minutes in.
That last play from Kid Bomba, he's sitting at the wall. We all know it's coming. Both members of Yangon Galacticos just stuck under the tower, knowing it's coming as well, like the firing squad. And he comes in with the final slash, super clean from Team Spirit. Han, though, trying to make a play, but Sawo's here to help him out, and now Han's in a bad spot. I mean, This is the problem, and this is what Team Spirit's been doing so well time after time, zoning and pacing in every single small fight.
Boy, oh boy, what a treat we have here. And yeah, again, with the Genius one already in hand for one shot, that's just a spike already for this Joy. And Yangon, their adjustments here entering towards the mid-game is going to be heavier. It's going to be tougher for their side. And Spirit, look at what they do now. You know, no objective, tempo down.
And the big problem is the Joy is supposed to be a slightly later hero, right? Yangon Galacticos, in technicality, should have had possibly a small advantage. Luckily, Sawa was on the lead, and I think that's what really helped Team Spirit push early on. But with Yangon Galacticos already falling behind, this Joy is only going to get more and more out of hand for them to handle.
Russian pulse box. Sao, half HP. Oh, the back, that's going to be Blink now, trying to hold on, but Hiko is there. That's going to be a 1-for-1. Both roamers going about down, but Ying is there.
Ibamba in a sticky situation. Han just looking for the kill, but he's unable to do it.
Hiko finds a triple again with this Freya, and that's going to be Spirit again, just doubling their lead here. Gold-wise, kill-wise, and take a look at the farm. They're in the jungles of Yangon Galacticos. They're eyeing for the turret, but Stitch is still able to defend it for now.
You know, the camera's not always on him, but I am watching him. Kid Bomba has done such an amazing job from game 1 to game 2 in that last turtle fight. He was the one making sure that Yangon Galacticos stay split up, and once the turtle was taken, once One Shot and Hiko were ready to engage more, they join up with him and clean up the rest.
The curve from Blink.
Oh.
Displacement. Uh-oh. The knock-up. Kid Bomba, Sunset Lover is there, and that was a bait from Sao.
This is the same, I mean, we're basically watching the same fight happen every single time from game 1 to now. Yangon Galacticos think they're gonna make a play happen, and then Team Spirit just spits in their face. I mean, it's rough at this point. Sunset Lover with the displacement, I mean, that was perfect, but once again, the damage wasn't there, and Yangon Galacticos has to know when to hit the brakes and when they can fight, and right now, obviously, they can't fight.
Definitely, they got to choose their battles here. Again, Spirit, entering mid-game, they're at a very healthy lead here, 5,000 goal lead, and Yangon Galacticos just catching strays. And I don't think they can contest for the next turtle.
Even Sawo right now, the roamer of Yangon Galacticos, has more gold than 4 members of Yangon. I mean, it's tough. Han is far behind on something like a Leomord. Yes, we've seen the Leomord do great things in the knockout stage so far, but those are players that are stealing camps, putting pressure on the enemy, and Yangon have lost that opportunity. It's a 6,000 gold leads in the hand of Team Spirit. What is their comeback potential? For me, maybe Stitch in late game, Lina in late game, but definitely not now. I don't even think they should be fighting for this turtle.
Bomba with the final slash there, on towards Lina, no flicker, that's big information. Now, do they want to fight Ying? Kid Bomba finds an angle in the back, that's One Shot again, just creating a zone for Yangon Galacticos to not enter the turtle pit, and now Spirit is eyeing for that mid. It's going down.
It's like, why? Why? Why even go? It's the third turtle. It's not the end of the world. Now Han's going to drop as well. Hiko with a mega kill. 4-0-1. One Shot takes turtle. Yangon is just handing them this game on a silver platter at this point. The win con for them is you have to wait it out. We're 8 minutes in. It's 1,000 gold a minute at this point. There is no way you're winning a single fight, a single trade.
Gold deals a lot of damage, and that's Hiko finding the unstoppable. Now Hiko is still again so annoying. Bomba finds the angle for that final slash to connect, and Lina will be eliminated.
This is not looking good. I'm gonna keep it honest here. I'm not gonna try to sugarcoat things for anybody, because the fans wouldn't have it, right? So, like I said, there are win cons for YG. We've seen compositions like this pop off. CC does have a decent late game, can shred through, can kite, But at this point, we're talking 10 minutes from now. We're talking when both teams get to 60K gold, and then it's just a tie game. And that's a long way from now. And the way that Yangon's been playing, I don't even know. When Skypiercer comes in for Lina, is it even worth it? I mean, yes, it's a cheap item, but at this point, maybe go for something else. And when you get the opportunity, pick it up later as 4th or 5th item, if you even get that far. But at this point, you're going to get nothing out of that item. It's a 2,000 gold lead over to Sunset Lover in the mid lane. It's a rough position. Not many teams could get out of this, and if you're going to get out of this, you need to play this game perfectly.
I mean, it's quite desperate going for that Skypiercer, but that's going to be, again, isolated in the front, just taking everything, and that's got to be Kid Bomba taking the kill. We're not even 10 minutes in. The gold lead is already above 10,000, ladies and gentlemen. Again, things are not looking good for YG and Spirit. All they need to do is just control tempo, you know, and just wait for the next objective and so on and so forth. So far, so good for Spirit.
At this point, honestly, Team Spirit, in my opinion, could try to force an end game right at this board.
Yeah.
The only reason why they might not is because they don't want to get loose and pull bad habits into future games. In all honesty, I feel like they could crack the can open and look for an end game here with the way YG is playing in game 2. Team Spirit, though, have been keeping it patient, which I think is a good habit, right? You want to try to carry these habits into future because, no, you can't just disrespect every team in the top 8. But with a 12.3K gold lead at only 10.5 minutes, with the type of composition, you have Hiko on a Freya, who could probably shred through 3 members easily, possibly under a tower. I mean, there was a large amount of domination. Young and Galacticos blink majorly, cannot go too deep. We saw that mistake happen from him in previous games before a Lord came in, before a big fight. He goes and jumps into 3 members. That is something we cannot see.
Definitely not.
Lina can't get too far. Han needs to think about when he's going to pop his Phantom Steed. They need to essentially just focus on Lord in this fight.
Let's see, they still have Holy Shields. Will they have enough gas to defend? Let's see, Spirit now trying to find an angle, sieging top. And yeah, they have triggered all 3 Holy Shields. Hiko has the golden staff in hand. So, you know, attack speed-wise, it's buffed for Freya.
Freya's up. I mean, Freya definitely, oh, speaking of Hiko, already diving in.
Yeah, still able to get out. That's going to be knocked up, though. Oh, take a look at that damage. Ying, the Phobius eliminated. And that's going to be Sunset Lover just initiating for his team. That's a double for 1 shot.
Team Spirit's fishing right now. Send out the fishing line. Sunset Lover catching 1 by 1, hooking them back. And Team Spirit just jumps the nets on him, pulls him in. And Blink, once again, where are you?
Uh-oh.
Too deep. That's what I say. Hiko gonna shred through this. There is 0 escape.
Why even flicker right at that point? That's just a waste of spell. And again, Spirit 14,000 gold lead. That's a godlike for Kid Bomba. That's turret number 2 taken down. Base turret number 3 taken down. And ladies and gentlemen, we are looking at the back. Lina taken down. That's gonna be Stitch and Yang trying to defend, but it is all too powerful. Ladies and gentlemen, Team Spirit finds match point.
In a dominating fashion, Team Spirit take the dub. 16, almost 17,000 gold lead by the end of that match. It might be the largest gold lead we have seen all of M7 so far. Could be honestly in the books for most gold lead M-Series has ever seen in that short of time. Young on Galacticos, there are so many things they need to work on, I feel like, at this point. Is it the pressure? Because we have seen them have really high highs.
Yep.
We've seen them play amazing games. I came in today thinking that there was a chance that they could maybe bring the upset, but Team Spirit is crushing any of those thoughts.
You know, even not just based on performance, right? I think the drafts, we gotta start from the drafts as well. But yeah, I mean, in this game, it was just a one-sided game from the early game. They were able to translate towards the mid, and I don't feel like it's a late game. 12 minutes in, that's Spirit. Again, just showing quality of MLBB, good quality of MLBB.
Yeah, I mean, just clean, aggressive play. And even though they were aggressive, it wasn't like they were ever extremely pushing the envelope for what they had. I can't wait to hear what the panelists had to say about this. LaFell, what do you think?
Well, first of all, thank you very much, Gani, as well as Trikes. That was a game, and and in a way, like if I was a boss, I would just say, no notes. You all did pretty good. And here's the thing. This is why we love Kid Bomba on a more proactive kind of picks, because he looks good. And here's the thing. I really like Hiko on a fighter now.
Yeah.
Like, stop using all this marksman.
He's kind of sick.
Fight.
He's really kind of sick of it, but I think we can all agree that we just watched domestic abuse and we were like, okay with it to a certain degree, because the way that we saw Yangon play was not acceptable, right? Blink, especially, I think Stitch, he worked on that laning phase a lot better, got a really good freeze underneath his turret like pre-3 minutes, which was already really good for him because that kind of settled out his laning phase. But everybody else, oh my goodness, Volvius, how could you be laning like that? Getting into the middle of the fights and then dying like that? Constantly, time and time again. Why would you let Jushin knowingly when you want to play in that particular style?
Yeah, I mean, like, to be fair, if I was a Phobius and I'm going up against a Jushin, I'll tell my team, it's like,
Start praying to God.
what you want me to do?
What do you want me to do?
If my flicker was 20 seconds, fine, you can blame me. But it's 2 minutes. We're gonna be looking at the MVP here, Wolf, but let me just say, at this point, for Team Spirit, this is why you don't want to go up against a Team Spirit that has suffered quite a few losses. Because at that point, you're just going to be collateral damage.
Yeah, I think that the reason why I'm okay with the demolition that Team Spirit was able to do is because I was prepared for it. We called it in the draft. I think that Joy was a perfect pick. The Cali that was picked up earlier in the draft by the side of Team Spirit actually allowed for this lineup to just destroy Young Galacticos, but most importantly, Kid Bomba. Come on, 7-0-9, playing the Arla to the last pick. You would think that this is no longer a pick when there's no Fredrin, that this Arlet should be a combo with something else, maybe an Akai, for example. But Kid Bomba make it look good even when it is alone. Even when this is an a la carte Arlet, Kid Bomba still managed to give us good plays. I will never forget what he did in the top lane. I mean, Trex said that you can see it coming from a mile away, but he made it look so good.
Yeah, but just to let Trex know, here it's kilometer.
That's
just you know,
a kilometer
there's
away.
differences, you know.
Please,
Also
the SI unit is
Yes.
there for a reason. It's there for a
Please
reason.
adjust accordingly, Mr. Trex.
Yeah, I think that at the very least, it's great to see that Kim Bomba, he still got it in him, right? But everybody else was playing a solid game. I think the drafting, I don't know whether it's just the players on top of Cold Star, but they're doing a really good job at reading into what YG want to do. And I think that YG, their draft is way too honest, but first things first, if we want to solve any problem, let's stop picking up this Hilda within the first phase. I think they might have to readjust that and lean more into Khalid because it gives them more flexibility while still saying, you know what, mid lane can do something else.
I will definitely agree with you, but at the same time, I don't want them to just gamble on these trades because we thought that the Eve plus the Cloud would be a good trade, but they didn't take that. They took the Leomord, which kind of makes sense, but then to go with the Hilda with it, usually you use the Hilda against assassins or maybe farm fighters like Kisenshin as well as Leomord, but when there's a Jushin on the other hand, it's so difficult to actually be a Hilda.
You know, here's the thing. I know YG is so sad with the Cho ban. Because look at how different it is if the Jushin has to go up against a Cho. So honestly, a good foresight coming in from Team Spirit, understanding there's a high chance they're going to get the Jushin. So once they take the Cho away, they're like, yeah, what's up? Any pick you pick is not going to look good in front of us.
CC just really didn't achieve much this game. CC used to be, I mean, it will be used up against fighters or maybe tanky heroes. Maybe not Freya, actually. We had so much doubts with that. But unfortunately, we saw in the game that the CC did not have any kind of contribution in this game. And I'm not saying that it's because of Stitch and the way that he plays it. It's just that, theoretically speaking, this hero, third picked by Young Galacticos, does not achieve anything. If they have picked a hero that maybe, you know, maybe a Granger, actually, or a carry, might have did something better compared to something like a CC.
Well, gentlemen and all the folks back at home, just to remind everyone, this is an elimination match.
That's true.
As stompy as this is, the upcoming fight And everything after that is going to be the very last chance for Yangon Galacticos to hold on to their M7 World Championship life. And looking at how strong a Team Spirit has been looking, is going to be very difficult for Yangon. If there's any kind of surprises that they have, if they want to make it so that they have no regrets, the next draft, it has to be spot on. It has to be perfect.
They got laid out on the table because Team Spirit right now, they are about to let the guillotine fall. They're they're going for the decapitation, right? They have to, because the faster they finish this game, the more time they can just chill out, watch the other games, and really start to prepare for the next match.
Yeah, because as far as I know, their next match is going to be tomorrow, and it's up against Alter Ego.
Yep.
Ever, but the job's not finished yet. YG, I think that they only have to start with the draft. Game number 1, they look promising when it comes to their first 3 picks. I think they really overreacted from that loss of game number 1 when they did try to go for game number 2 because they snatched the Leomord. They didn't mind the Claude nor Khalid, for example. They did not really manage the Jushin because if you're looking at the heroes of YG, there's no actual Jushin counter. In fact, YG lineup does not counter anything from TS. It even just allows Joy to be really good.
Question here for Gideon, because we did talk about you need to win the lanes, especially going up against Team Spirit. Do you feel like Yangon, with the picks that they have, there's really not much that they can do in any individual lanes?
Well, I definitely thought, that's why I was leaning right at the beginning of the draft. It's like, yeah, Ying, he's got technically the perfect matchup to actually win out his lane. But in terms of just raw impact, I think that Kid Bomba just played a little bit better, right? Freeze it underneath your turret, wait for that level 4, really minimize the trades overall until you are level 4, and then just play the team fight, because what's Ying gonna do? Fight into my Sunset Lover Jushin 2-1 and 15? Dear Lord.
Look at that, Stitch has 0% team fight participation, means that he was really not involved at all. And we did talk about this during the draft. The current call is such a big ult against Team Spirit's draft, but again, there was no opportunity, right? Hiko made sure that Stitch was a non-factor, and then everyone moving forward, Sunset Lover dealt with them, and Kid Bomba makes it so that you don't have a choice. Well, the moment I see you, I'm dragging you back to my team.
For sure, but I think that YG also understood that it's like, okay, the only time I want to use Curtain Call is if, for example, if One Shot wants to get out of a fight, or if Sunset Lover is trying to peel, right? Yeah. Because if he throws it at anybody else, I'm throwing it at Kid Bomba, I'm throwing it at Sawa, well, guess what? They're already diving our backline. It's not really going to do much.
Yeah, unfortunately for YG, it's from the minute number 1, from the laning stage alone, when we said that they have to win it, it's already they're already handicapped because of their hero pickups. I thought that Phobius was just really a pick that they had no choice at all. It looked promising, but you can see that it didn't also create any opportunity for them. From minute 1 up until the end, it was just Team Spirit, man.
Now, here's the thing. I really feel like they tunnel vision just a little bit, because they're thinking, like, what's a good matchup against the Arlet? But then you forgot about the Jushin, right? Because I feel like if you put Jushin into the consideration, you're like, yeah, this is not a game where Phobius can really do anything. At that point, I'd rather pick up something like an Alice, you know, something that can deal with the Arlet, but not punish so far against the Jushin. Now, with that being said, this has been quite an interesting situation. But right now, we do have to throw it over to Rose, talking with Justin Kant, coming in all the way from Myanmar to give us some insight on what's going on. So, Rose, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much to our panel. Hey guys, this is Rose, and right now I am with Justin from Myanmar. Now, for those of you guys who aren't aware, Justin is a former player of Mythic Seal and, of course, Falcon Esports, who competed here in Jakarta, Indonesia during the M4. How are you, Justin?
Hello, I'm fine.
You're fine? How do you feel like to be back in Jakarta to witness yet another M Series?
It's a bit exciting, and the crowd energy is crazy, especially with the intro teams.
Yeah, they're very passionate with regards to supporting their fellow countrymen on ground. Now, Justin, are you here in M7 to cheer for Yangon Galacticos?
Yeah, I'm here for cheering Younger Gladiators, and especially I'm making content with Righty Gaming. You can also watch my content, Righty Gaming channel, and my social medias.
Wow, content creator Justin in the building. Now, Justin, let's talk a little bit about your relationship with Yangon Galacticos, because you mentioned that you're here to support them. Are you perhaps close with the team, with the players, especially since you yourself is a senior figure?
Yeah, we're friends and brothers. I know all the team members in YG. So We used to play together also, so they are my brothers.
Oh, they're your brothers. Maybe you could tell us more about them. Is there anything in particular that could be surprising for the community that we all don't know about?
Yeah, they are quite excellent players, and they also have the mentality like do or die situation. So just don't give up fighting, guys.
Yes, Justin. Now, speaking about a do or die mentality, this is a best of 5. However, we are currently at a match point for Team Spirit with a score of 2-0. As somebody who has played and as somebody who has been in this situation before, what do you think about their performance in Game 1 and Game 2?
I think they are a bit scary or miscommunication. I think in the game 3 they will bounce back. I hope they'll bounce back, and they need to give more energy because this is maybe the last game. So just fighting, guys. Just reverse sweep, guys.
You think a reverse sweep is still very much possible?
I hope so.
You hope so. Is there anything you think they could improve on in the following games?
I think anything, just play the games, enjoying the games. Yeah, that's it.
All right, Justin, as we wrap up this interview, is there anything you want to say to Yangon Galacticos before they kickstart their potential last game of the series?
Yeah, good luck, guys. The whole community from Myanmar are supporting you guys, and including me. So just don't give up.
Thank you very much to Justin, and of course, good luck to Yangon Galacticos as we head into a potential last game for them. Going up against Team Spirit, which team will be able to get game number 3? With that, let us show it back to the panel.
Thank you, Rosa. Hey, shout out Justin, man. Haven't seen him for quite a while. Honestly, one of my favorite mid laners of all time. I still remember the defense he had in base using that Faramis. Oh my goodness. His Valentinas, his Johnson.
Is it this, bro? Is it the same stadium?
Oh yeah, it might
wait,
be. Yeah.
It was the same panel? Okay.
Yo, the kickbacks. Honestly, the nostalgia feels a little nice here. It's great to see that Justin is able to join us here on these historical arena. But now, as we heard from him, he was talking about his team. He was talking about, well, I couldn't tell if he said support or scolding, but either ways, they need more energy, more power, more energy.
Here's the thing. It's do